Hey there, colleague. How in the world are you doing today? I hope that you're doing well. This video is going to be a real quick example of how to share with your students why you are a teacher. Why are you a teacher right now? In a way that's not super formalized or polished, but it's just sort of, oh, by the way. I recommend doing this once a month or so with your students at the minimum. But in order to make the once a month thing work, you gotta make it seem like a non-rehearsed sort of thing. It just needs to sort of flow from your heart. That's one thing for me to say. It would be a lot easier if I can show you what I mean. And by the way, this idea is not something I made up. Bill Damon is a Stanford researcher, and for a number of years, him and his team have been looking at the development of a sense of purpose in young people. And what he finds is that when young people have purpose exemplars, people who are living out of a sense of purpose, when young people have people like that in their life, they're more likely to develop a sense of purpose early on. And for you and I, that matters a lot because purpose is like a high-speed train into the value belief. And when students have the value belief, it means that they find that the work that they're doing in your class, the work of mastery that they're doing in your class, is important to them. It actually matters. So let's just give an example. Let me just go into character. Hey there, students. How in the world are you guys doing today? You know, I was driving to work, just taking a little drive to work, and I was thinking about you, and I was thinking, I'm so glad I get to be your teacher. And here's what specifically spurred the thought. All of a sudden, I was back in my freshman year of college, and I was a pre-med guy in college. I was trained to become a doctor, and basically I got to this point where I was shadowing doctors to make sure that I wanted to be a doctor. And I remember that this doctor said to me, he said, listen, man, you better like what you just observed me doing because that's going to be your life. And it was a very striking moment for me because I didn't really like much what I had seen the doctor doing. And I wasn't really interested in medicine like I thought that I would be. And this was already becoming clear to me in my first year of college. But it was kind of like a crisis moment because I had told all these people I was going to be a doctor and now it wasn't. So it was a few months later when I went to a Boys and Girls Club in Chicago, was on a trip, got to work with all these young people, and I just suddenly realized, like, this is really cool. I really like to work with young people. I really like education. I like getting to build into others. I like history. I like reading. I like literature. I like writing. Why not just mix them all together and become a teacher? And you know, my journey with teaching has had its ups and downs. Teaching has a lot of things about it that are really difficult. A lot of things about it that I definitely have to get paid to do. But you know what? It's awesome. I like doing it. And I like getting to do this year's teaching with you. So I just want you all to know I appreciate you. And thanks for letting me be your teacher. All right, now let's get to the lesson today, shall we? So it's not a hyper complex thing. You're not preaching to your students. You're just telling them a little story, or that's what I like to do. Or it could be even shorter. It could be something like, hey students, when I was watching you all do that reading right there, reading that article during the lesson, I know we only got another minute left, but please just bear with me. I really got to thinking, it is amazing to watch you read and interact with so many different sources on so many different days all across the school year. You've just kind of inspired me. And I want you to know that I've always been thankful to be a teacher, but especially today, I'm glad I get to be a teacher. Not like you're not doing the fancy pants thing. You're not rehearsing for a movie. Hollywood's not knocking on your door after you give one of these little purpose speeches. All that you're doing is you're telling students why you're a teacher. You're showing them that this is more than a job to you. This is a joy to you. This is a calling to you. This is something that's meaningful to you. It's something that's interesting to you. It's something that's rewarding to you. Whatever your angle is into being a purpose-minded teacher, whatever your angle is, you're sharing it. And you're not sharing it once. You're doing that every month or so, just to try to increase the odds that you can be one of the purpose exemplars in your students' lives. And who knows, maybe you'll help them to make a link to something that they find a deep purpose in, and then they'll link your coursework with that, and now all of a sudden you've got a student who values the work you're asking them to do, the work of mastery, because it connects with what they want to do. I'll see you next time, and in the meantime, make sure you like, subscribe, and maybe check out the Student Motivation course. Student Motivation course links right below. Take care of yourself.